And I seen a lot of so-called old heads in their feelings, you understand me, cursing in the comments, getting angry, which further proves my point, man. You can't be an OG on IG talking shit in the comments, man. Come on, man. That's a young person's game, man. Gotta relax. That ain't no OG shit. Y'all keep that out. I don't know what kind of OG mentality you think you got, but that ain't it. You feel me? So here's my reality, right? And this is what I mean by when I say that, the OGs don't exist. I'm talking about a real OG culture, right? I'm not talking about singularity. Mostly all of the time when I'm speaking, I'm talking about the broader stroke of things rather than singularity. And this is why you should never take anything personal, because nobody is actually talking about you, right? I'm not talking about one person and their deeds, right? You may feel like, I give advice to the youth. I do this, that, and the third. Come on, man. You already know I'm not talking about you specifically. I don't know you to even speak upon you like that. But the reality of it is that when I'm talking about an OG, I'm talking about those who are in position, right? Those who are in position. Because in order to be an OG, it ain't just talking about your age. Your age don't make you an OG. It's like if you are a rapper and an OG is somebody that's been in the game before you, right? That's successful, that has experience, plus can create opportunity for you, right? And does. That to me is qualifying to say, you an OG. You see the young YGs, you see them coming up, you give them the game, and you create opportunities for them by opening up doors so that they can go further than you. That to me is OG, right? Like giving advice to the young, teaching things of that nature, that's being a man. That to me is just being a man. But an OG is somebody who provides opportunities, who teaches the game, and who makes a way for their replacement. See, all of the names that y'all go name, listen, I've been doing this for 10 plus years actively, right? Where people know who I am. You know how many OGs so-called that y'all be naming? I can't name not one of them who reached out for an opportunity. Not one. And I'm talking, peers of my age have reached out. People younger than me. People in my same bracket. But see, this is why when I look at the OGs, I'm like, shit, I don't owe nobody nothing. And nobody ever was like, man, I love what 19 Keys doing and them doing. I'm going to help create opportunities for them. I'm going to help open the door. Matter of fact, I'm going to give bro a number, call, give him some mentorship advice, give him the game. Never happened. And it ain't an OG on this planet Earth that can call that out and be like, come on, man, 19 Keys line. As soon as I seen them doing that thing with the shifters, or I see them doing that thing to BW, or I see them doing that high level conversation thing, or I see them on tour, or I see them teaching, or I see them moving, I reached out. I provided opportunity. I seen what y'all got going on. I want to help make this thing bigger. It ain't not one that can say that. So I don't give a damn about that so-called OG talk. Because the OGs that I know, so-called, they just old heads, and what they do is they watch you, hoping that you make a mistake, and then they got something to say. They want to hit you what I told you, say, oh, these little niggas ain't nothing, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not OG material. That's not OG material. We not talking about you being old and you just saying something. No, we talking about providing opportunities. What they do is they be like, bro, I love what you're doing, man. I've been watching you. Ain't gonna help a lick though. OGs ain't, man, I see 19 Keys, EYL, they creating a platform over there. What they got going on is huge for the culture. That's beautiful. Let me see if I can reach out to them and see if I can get people on the platform so we can create more verticals in the culture that help expand us, because I love what they doing. No, but bro, I watch you. I'm learning from you, this, that, and the third. But I can't find one that ever reached out and was like, I love what y'all doing over there. Because what y'all doing is solid. Ain't none. So that fake OG culture y'all talking about, That's fake. That's fake. That's gatekeeper culture. I'm going to tell you what they will do, though. This is the game, though. I'm going to give y'all the game. What they will do is they try to find one. They try to find one amongst. And when they try to find one amongst is they will say, well, we're helping this one. But what they do is they try to use whoever they help as a way to control the rest. Well, see, we can't let everybody y'all in, but we're going to let one in and we control them. And then they control the opportunity for everybody else. Come on, man. We know the game. It's a gatekeeper culture. They want to control the young hyenas. They don't want to let you in the door to start providing your own way and opportunity. They ain't no torch passing no more. Ain't nobody passing no torch. Ain't nobody saying, man, I see the potential. Let me give you the game. Let me put you on this platform. Let me prop you up. Now, I do that. People say, well, Keys, you an OG. I'm the YG, man. I'm a young guy. I ain't no old guy. I'm a young guy. You understand me? I just happen to move like an OG. That's all. You know, I don't mind putting my peers on my platform. I ain't afraid. But see, I grew up in a different type of world, right? Where, you know, every time I seen opportunity, or every time I was inside an organization, there was always people going back and forth. There was always jealousy. And I think it may come from a place of insecurity. Oh, this brother could take my place. This brother's a leader. Right? Instead of helping cultivate that, it was always seen from a fearful position. The older men that was in positions, I'm talking about they got money, they got power, they got position, but they like, nah, this young YG, we can't give him the game. We can't put him up in position. We got to control him first. We got to neuter the mind first. Somebody say 45, man. Chill. They talking about we got to control you first. I'm not letting you niggas control me. Y'all ain't worthy of it. Only God got me like that. They want to put you under their spell first, to where you have to give up parts of yourself in order to be a part of that reality. We don't do that around here. And this is why you got to listen when you got young people talking. Yes, you got to listen when you got older people talking. See, the old men for counsel, young men for war. We not supposed to agree on everything. We take counsel from you, but at the same time, we're supposed to be more of the radical group, more of the revolutionary group. Y'all supposed to get into the wisdom and err on the side of caution. You're not supposed to understand everything, because I'm going to see things from my age vantage point. You're going to see things from your age vantage point, and it's going to be respected. But see, the game done changed. The OGs are not looking to create replacements anymore. And it's okay. And when I say replacements, I'm not saying that you become irrelevant, but I'm saying that you are rising someone up to take the place of your old position. And you continue to grow into a new one. But what happens is they get comfort corrupt in one position. They no longer growing. They see the young ones on their heels, so they create blockades so that you don't get up to this level. Because it's very easy for a person to see you grinding, see you shining. Man, I'm going to share this. Or let me call you, give you this opportunity. Let me open up a door for you. That don't happen. We know that. This generation know that. And the OGs, well, y'all don't like to listen. Well, you're just talking. Maybe that's it. It's too much talking. Do something. See, you can't be an OG for real unless you are in a position of opportunity. To create a position of opportunity. I'm not talking about you just being old. I'm telling you what my definition of it is. Those who are in position, those who can do things that don't move the world to make a way for the next generation. You can't tell me that's the culture that we have. I'm not talking about single examples. I'm talking about the culture. Because what we have to do is get away from individualism. Well, one person does this, one person does this. Well, the culture is of a gatekeeper culture. The culture is not of a creating opportunity culture. See, I don't mind bringing people. I created a platform myself because the OGs wouldn't let me on their platform. Even when I got on Breakfast Club, that's because of my peers, Rashad and Troy. That's because of business that we doing together. That's not because, the OGs over there seen it was like, yo, we gotta have 19 keys on. That's not how it works. According to them, shit, I probably would have never been on. No disrespect and shout out to them for having me on. But I'm just saying, the way reality unfolds, you have to understand the background of these things. You understand me? and when things do happen, it's business. It's not because there's a culture to where we want to, we're just thinking in such positive manner that we want to prop up the next generation. No. That's not the reality of it. So I'm not talking about when you see a business merger, a business partnership and opportunity. I'm talking about the actual OG culture where the original gods is making way for the young gods. And they saying, we love what you do, and they doing it from a place of pure heartedness. See, you can't be homeless in an OG. I'm sorry. Somebody said homeless OG. No, you have to be in position to put somebody else in position. You can be an old man that's homeless, but no, an OG got to put himself into position. This is my definition. So when y'all saying I'm seeing OGs that's this, that, and the third, no, that OG got to be in position to put somebody in position. Because the OGs got to be able to make a way, not just say a way. They ain't talking about somebody just saying something, I'm talking about making a way. It's different. It's different. I'm talking about an OG, a old head, a person that has, is just on the streets and homeless. I'm not talking about that. I done got game and listened to, old men. But you got to know the difference between old men and OGs. Same thing between young niggas and YGs. Everybody ain't no young god. So when I'm saying the OGs had to have a culture where they putting on the YGs. You got the original guys, those in position of power. They got the knowledge and information, right? And then you got the young G's, the young guys that's coming up that they supposed to help and make a way into heaven. Heaven is money, good homes, friendships, all walks of life. So introduce you to friendships of all walks of life. Introduce you to money. You understand me? Introduce you to relationships. Introduce you to knowledge and information. I know for a fact that somebody right now can call somebody and they'll call you and be like, bro, let me put you up on game. Let me put you up on game, man. Let me put you up on game. I've been watching what you're doing. You don't even know about this Play-Doh right here. See, that's OG shit right there. Oh, man, I'm going to make a call for the young, put them up on game. I like what they doing. You ain't even got to know. But for the most part, it's good to have that relationship. That's OG type shit. Opening doors so that the next generation can flourish. See, a lot of the OGs don't know how to be OGs. So maybe that's my responsibility to give standards, criteria, format. You understand me? I think they just don't know how to be. Your war stories ain't enough. So you got to be in position, black man. You got to be in position as a man so that you can make some opportunities. Does that make sense? Somebody said, would this defeat the definition of a poor righteous teacher? Why do you got to be poor to be righteous? Poor was not talking about money. See, y'all got it all wrong. No, you got it all wrong. We talking about rich righteous teachers. Rich righteous teachers. Come on, man. If you a poor righteous teacher, how you gonna teach anybody to build riches? You show me a black man that don't want riches and money, and he don't have it, it's because he don't know how to get it. And if he does, he's stuck behind some illusion. And a lot of people, they claim that, well, I don't want to be a poor righteous teacher. It ain't about money. Whoa. You not being money driven is not an excuse for not having money. I want to say that again, because we be using this excuse. You not being money driven is not an excuse to not have money. Because, see, when you are value driven and impact driven, you create money. Anytime I want to create money, I can't think about how I'm going to chase money. I just think about what idea that I have to create value that people need. And money will follow value. So when you are value driven and you create real value, then you're going to get paid. It's just different. But see, doing business is hard. Being an entrepreneur is hard. It's easy to just go out there and teach. I mean, it's not easy in the sense you do got to format your mind. But doing business and teaching, come on, man, that requires a whole nother level. Everybody know that. Everybody knows that. So I don't blame no old heads. I don't blame nobody. Because I've had, my uncles, fathers, older brothers, you feel me, give me some game. But I'm talking about passing things down, creating opportunities, kicking open doors, making sure that you got the right information. That is not a culture that simply exists yet. Just don't. So I'm exposing it because I want it to change. I'm not exposing it because I want to complain. I want it to change. I think about my position all the time that, I could become a gatekeeper. And I don't think gatekeepers are particularly bad because I don't think you need to let everybody inside the gate. Everybody don't need to come. But it should not be based on your fear. It should not be based on, I feel like young cat go do too much. You understand me? They too powerful. Nah, ain't nobody afraid of that. I had a young cat reach out to me. It was like, come on, kids, we need to have that high level unless you afraid. See, now that's the wrong way to talk. I'll never reach out to an OG like that. I'll never reach out to somebody in position like that. Come on, man, that don't make no sense. That's letting me your mindset, not mine. Hell, I'm going to be afraid of for. I'm in a position. I don't think like that. You understand me? Shit, if you go up there and you cook on my show, that's going to be good for my ratings, my views, my monetization. What am I tripping for? I want you to come up there and cook. Why you think I had Yaki? I didn't know your brother Yaki whatsoever at all. But people told me that was unanimously said that that's a brother you got to have on. I'm like, man, I'm trying to provide opportunity. Shit, that's 1 million+ views. I want to give you your biggest interview ever. That brother deserved one because that brother be spitting. He got something to say. That's the type of activity I'm talking about. You know how many people watch that brother, but would never open the door for him? Why? But they say they OGs. Come on, man. Y'all got to understand it. And you got to understand it. Come on, man. But they be trying to compete, and this is a young man's game. I get it, but you got to understand that there is enough room for everybody. This is what you got to understand. Y'all think that it's not enough room because we are not creating a culture to where it opens up opportunity and space. It's about, closing in and, I own this, and then nobody can come over here. And if anybody come over here, it's an issue. Man, come on, man. Cut that shit out. Even in this financial game. You can't talk about this because I talk about this. And then if you talk about this, it might take some of my people's. Come on, man. Cut it out. There's goddamn white boys that all be talking about stocks. They all talk about options and crypto. They all talk about blockchain. They all talk about Web3. They all talk about all of these different financial topics. And you scared that somebody go take up your percentage of the 45 million black people in America when there's a whole world to educate. See, we open up our businesses to the world. It's only when you have a small thinking that you look at each other as competition. No, I'm in competition with who's ever at top. I don't compete with my peers. I don't compete lateral. I compete horizontal. We compete upward. Not sideways. You looking at the people on the side. Those are the people that are walking alongside of you on the same journey. The people at the top, that's the competition. This man got 5,000 students. That's your competition. These people got 100,000. You ain't blinking an eye in their direction. That's my goal. It's just different. So, I exist because I observe. I don't exist from a place of hatred. I ain't never had a mentor. I would love to have had a mentor. Somebody that can give me the game. Put me in the game, coach. I'm not one of them arrogant that I think I know everything. I don't think I know everything, but you do got to teach me something of value and not try to override my way of thinking so that you can impression me with yours. Because if you have a weak way of thinking, I'm going to call that shit out too. So you got to be a strong OG at the same time, somebody that's respectable. But I'm going to learn from anybody if they have a mastery of something that I don't have. You know something I don't know, I want that information ASAP. You make more money than me, bro, I'm listening. I'm going to shut the hell up. Dr. Wester calls it the black guy protocol. Each person has a frequency different than the other person that they can add. Man, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to learn. That's all I want to know. I want to learn. Teach me. Give me the game. But what I'm seeing nowadays, man, I'm seeing the young cats decide to become their own OGs. Say, you know what? We gonna teach each other, bro. Whatever I learn, I'm gonna get on this platform and teach. And then the old head, well, y'all on IG doing this, that, and that. Well, y'all need to be too. You got so much game, get your ass on IG. What you hiding from the FBI? Man, they ain't worried about you. You ain't doing nothing revolutionary. Chill. Because if you got that much game to give, that much knowledge to share, you might as well put it on the internet so that the young G's that don't have fathers, that don't have mentors, that don't have somebody in their life can at least stream this knowledge. OGs be acting like the NSA after them or something. Like they born identity or something. Come on, man. Ain't nobody worried about you, man. Boy, you got bad knees and arthritis, man. He ain't about to go start no kind of revolution. Chill, B. And sitting there sipping his beer, I don't do that stuff, man. I don't know who watches. Man, sit your old ass down. Come on, man. Get your ass up. Work out. Get able. Learn these new tools and technology, how you can bless the next generation with all that wisdom you got. I love to see the fathers and the uncles and, the older mentors and the wise ones come out and share that game. Don't just be watching, looking at the mistakes. Don't just be watching, looking at this stuff. Share. We need it. We want it. We asking for it every single day. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Them OGs be swearing they be swearing they got a warrant out from 1945. They still looking at me for jaywalking. Man, ain't nobody worried about you, man. All the cops in that county dead by now. Ain't nobody even allowed to prosecute that crime. I remember it. Them new cops ain't looking at them old files. Man, you was a cold case. Nigga punched somebody in 1965. Talk about I gotta be low key. Nigga been low key for 45 years. Oh man, what is he funny? I ain't gonna lie, man. I love OG. That's one of my favorite things is listening to elders. It is. I just listen to elders and I smile and I love it. I swear that's one of my favorite things to do, because they unintentionally have so much wisdom. You understand me? Because you're watching a tree. I love it. I swear I do. But we gotta cut it out, man. We gotta cut it out. I've seen it, man. I've seen it in all organizations. Cats don't want to turn that. They don't want to change that. They be like, they want to stay in that position till they 90 years old. But see, that's when you don't have progress being made. So if you want to be in the same position for the rest of your life, then you got to keep everybody else in a same position, because they can't be aspiring to be in your position or go higher. So this is the danger of it. There has to be systems that are evolving so that people can move through. Because if there's no system of elevation, then they can't help bring you up, because it is counter to the position that they're currently in. And I do understand that sometimes it's necessary, because they're fearful of, well, if you let a person into a position of power and they're arrogant, ignorant, full of themselves, narcissistic, they may think that they can handle responsibility of the OG, and that may not be the case. So sometimes young people don't have the wisdom to understand the decisions of the elders, because they can see that you're not ready. They don't want to put you in a position, because they was once being put in a position they wasn't ready for, and they see them same characteristic traits in you, and they know you're going to make those same mistakes. So they become more cautious. But that's not for everybody. But this is what happens. So now you have to be perfect for them to help. They got to see something in you so different. So and you can't just be good. You can't be great. You got to damn near be perfect. Then they finally be like, all right. But there's too many gatekeepers in the culture, because I know more things would change if there was more opportunities provided to those, especially on this side of things that I'm doing. See, rappers, we take the industry and the entertainment industry, and we talk about it so much because it's the most profitable one and the most influential one currently that holds position in our culture. So we see those who rap, and there are opportunities provided, right? Those who do certain things, because there's a whole industry and platforms created around that. Now, with somebody like myself, EYL, Wall Street Trapper, Ian Dunlap, by sheer music type things pop up, there are no industries and cultures built out yet to help produce the next generation of leaders, so that not just entertainment, but information and education are also prevalent. There is not a machine behind positivity. There's a machine behind negativity. So there's no awards. There's no recognition that is historically established. But this is what's changing for this generation, that you can be recognized for doing good. You can be recognized for educating and not just entertainment. So I do want to shout out to those singular individuals that are making the change.